Chicago Sky, a high-voltage rivalry starring Clark and Angel Reese. The cheapest ticket at the United Center has skyrocketed from $57.50 to an eye-watering $267.95.
Indiana and Chicago square off for the WNBA's Commissioner Cup. The cheapest ticket will cost $57.50 when the two reconvene.
League and to the fans. And right now, Caitlin Clark is all of that. If the Fever go on a winning tear upon her return, and they very well could, her case will be undeniable.
In fact, when Caitlin Clark's not playing, you see people turning it off or selling their tickets.
She is more famous than all of this generation's NBA stars.
She's my role model. I really look up.
Caitlin Clark returned to the Indiana Fever. What are the said repercussions on ticket prices?
Just 2 minutes ago, the entire WNBA fan base got shaken. Caitlin Clark is officially coming back, and ticket prices are exploding.
People believe she will be playing, and that's starting to...
Caitlin Clark is the engine.
Caitlin Clark effect. There has been so much of an influx in attendance, in jersey sales, and viewership, all the things.
That's about star power, narrative, and likability.
Caitlin Clark comes into the WNBA, goes through college. She has panache. She has style.
She's my role model. I really look up to her.
Why do you like Caitlin?
She's so good at basketball.
Caitlin Clark is not just a player. She's a phenomenon, a cultural...
Make the ticket prices go up, up, and up.
We're talking triple-digit spikes just to be in the same arena as her. The MVP race, it's heating up like never before, and Clark's name is right at the center of it all.
It's still Nafisia Collier, Caitlin Clark, and Asia Wilson, okay?
To her.
Why do you like Caitlin?
She's so good at basketball.
The fact that she stayed in the race while off the court only makes her return more powerful. She has the rare opportunity to come back, ignite the team, and flip the narrative in her favor, turning missed time into proof of her irreplaceable value. And when that happens, the MVP odds won't just tighten, they'll shift in her direction.
It is undeniable that
But before we dive in, I'll drop a comment if you're 100% riding with Caitlin Clark to take over this league. Let's show her the love she deserves.
Caitlin Clark is the needle mover.
She is the needle mover.
She is the franchise player.
And she was the MVP. She is the main draw.
She wasn't the one who was full sprinting down the court.
Against weaker teams.
Asia Wilson is not really good, is wrong. The Las Vegas Aces are 4-2 on the season. She is averaging 23, 10.5 rebounds, 4.2 assists, and a lot of steals on 47% from the field and 26% from three.
In fact, in games without Clark, it became even easier to see how overvalued some other stars might be. MVP isn't just about stats. It's about who you are to your team, to the league.
Caitlin Clark is a superstar globally.
Caitlin Clark hasn't even stepped back on the court yet, but her presence is already causing a seismic shift across the WNBA. And nowhere is that more visible than in the ticket market.
Her ticket prices are starting to go up.
As soon as word got out that Clark was nearing her return to the Indiana Fever lineup, ticket price...
2 games in this preseason, and one was against that Brazilian national team. She played 21 minutes. She averaged 14.5 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. She shot 52.5% from the field and 50% from three-point range.
Aja Wilson, once considered the MVP frontrunner, is seeing her stock slip. Especially after fans noticed her inconsistency, even rebooking entire vacations to catch her live. This isn't just hype. It's proof that Caitlin Clark is the economic engine of the WNBA.
The fans get ready, and the league sort of anticipates her re-arrival. The fans are starting to get their ducks in a row to try to get those tickets. Well, those ticket prices are all starting to go up now.
Her return isn't just a win for Indiana. It's a win for every fan who won movement. Even media analysts and MVP voters who typically shy away from rookies had to take notice. As one reporter said, her being out has exposed the Fever. It's raised the level of awareness of just how monumentally valuable she is. Now with her return looming, the MVP picture has become a battleground. Nafisia Collier may be leading in scoring and has the stats for upcoming games exploded.
The Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark still looking like the only draw.
The numbers are staggering. According to data pulled from Ticketmaster, select ticket prices for Fever games have surged by as much as 366%.
The Indy Star collected data from Ticketmaster and found that selected ticket prices for Clark's future matchups against the
first stars making $1 million annually. The most notable of which is, y'all already know who, the needle mover, Caitlin Clark.
So in 2024, she averaged 16.5 points per game, 4 assists, 5.5 rebounds. She shot 37% from the field and 31.8% from three. Now, if you look at her preseason in 2025, she only played.
Clark is rewriting the rules. Again.
She's still number 2 in the MVP odds. How monumentally valuable Caitlin Clark is to the Indiana Fever.
Despite missing a stretch of games due to a quad injury, her name is still locked into the top 3 MVP contenders, right behind Napheesa Collier and ahead of reigning MVP A'ja Wilson.
Napheesa Collier of the Minnesota
to back her claim.
Napheesa Collier is on a 7-0 Minnesota Lynx team and is averaging 26.3 points and 8.3 rebounds per game, and she's doing it on 51% from the field and 45% from three.
But Caitlin Clark holds the kind of impact value no one else can match. She draws national media, sells out arenas, and brings eyeballs to games that were previously overlooked.
WNBA rumors suggest Caitlin Clark will be among the
Mystics in Sky, in which she is expected to play, increased by as much as 366%.
A seat in Section 120 for a matchup against the Connecticut Sun that used to cost $86.25 has now jumped to $140.30, and the price climb doesn't stop every aspect of their game. She doesn't just score, she energizes, directs, and inspires her teammates. That absence told the league everything it needed to know. Without Caitlin Clark, Indiana is just another team.
It shows the league, the media, everybody that covers it, holy crap, look at what this team looks like without Caitlin Clark.
With her, they're up there.
The most expensive ticket in Section 120 for Friday's contest against the Sun cost $86.25. When Indiana hosts the Sun June 17th, a ticket in the same section will cost $140.30, a 62.7% increase.
When the Fever face off against the undeniable value to the Indiana Fever and to the WNBA at large. When Clark sat out, something powerful happened.
People anticipated that Caitlin Clark would be out.
The Fever looked disjointed, uninspired, and flat. The same team that had started building rhythm and hope suddenly struggled, and it became crystal clear just how much Clark orchestrates to be part of history in real time. Her comeback has turned average matchups into must-see events, and it's clear. No one moves the needle like Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark is the needle mover.
She is the needle mover.
She is the franchise player.
And she was the MVP. She is the main draw.
She wasn't the one who was full sprinting down the court.
While most players lose MVP momentum when they're sidelined, Caitlin Clark